Good morning. I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I am today going to share with you Designer Cross Stitch Projects. It is from the publishers of the Cross Stitcher. It has over 100 colorful and contemporary patterns. I've got some questions about how they did their counting that I'll get into later. Ichabod the little rooster seems to want to participate in this video, and he is on the porch in a pen because it is too cold for him to be out in the big coop, and I don't know what to tell you. He's going to be a participant for a while. We've had the neighbor's rooster in some videos, and now we're going to get mine. When I checked out this book, I was not terribly enthusiastic about it because contemporary, I want to do my grandma's cross stitching and my great grandma's cross stitching, and contemporary kind of turns me off. If I'd looked at the back of the book, I would have known that wasn't going to be a problem, but I think I reserved it from the library's card catalog based just on the front cover and the title. There is some neat stuff in here. I may wind up buying my own copy of this book because it has got some great stuff. There's the little bluebird. The Space Invaders. I can totally see doing these for my boys as those magnetic bookmarks I did a tutorial for a while back. It's got Pac-Man, Space Invaders. I'm not good at all my gaming stuff. There is a really cute camera pouch. This is the point where I started perking up and going, there are things in this book I want to make. That's full coverage, and there's a lot of stitching, and I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. Then there's something else later in the book that made up my mind for me. There's a really great bug. And I like this passport cover. Don't need a passport cover. I'd have to figure out how to finish it into something else, but I love the imagery of it. And again, I don't get how that's contemporary. Some really pretty flowered deer. The Scrabble tiles would be fun. I can totally see making something wonderful out of those, but again, that is a lot of stitching. Apples. And color swatches with your floss, which I'm missing the boat with these. I'm not quite getting the appeal. And then there is some super colorful, I guess this is what I would think of as contemporary. I ran into with quilting too what they call some of what they call modern. You can look at a 100-year-old piece that is the exact same aesthetic, so I don't get it. I like this peacock feather on the bag. I can't decide if that's a crazy lot of stitching or a reasonable amount of stitching, and I just don't know. If I owned the book, it would be one of the projects I marked as a maybe. And this is why I think I might not want to stitch the camera. Look at that typewriter. I am loving this typewriter. And I mean, I love the quill pen and ink too, but the typewriter. And it says here in the description of the project that it's been reinterpreted in modern colors. I have an old manual typewriter, not one of the new fake ones, that is this color. So that's again where I get confused by contemporary, and a lot of what's here, I see it and think retro. So I guess I just don't know my terminology. Some really bright and pretty sewing accessories. Some decorative pillows. If I was into VW Vans, I would love these. I mean, I like the aesthetic of them. I like the look of them. I'm just not passionate enough about them to think about doing that much stitching. Lots of bags in this book. And this again, I'm not sure how these are contemporary because these look like my 70s childhood. I would call those retro. So maybe the moral of this story is don't let yourself get caught up by keywords and dismiss projects. The photography in this book is gorgeous. And look at this butterfly. My camera is just barely picking up the stitched lace border around it. That is beautiful. And on a darker fabric that made that border pop. There are not enough, I know there's not enough time to stitch all the things I see and would like to stitch, but that would make the list. Really pretty flamingos. And I kind of go through these to show you the things that make my heart go pitty-pat, and then I show you the rest because there may be something in here that doesn't spark my attention that is the thing that makes you need that book. A stitched black picture frame. And here's more of the super colorful. There's a variety of stuff in here, and I'm not sure sometimes what pulls it all together, but I am not complaining because there is enough in here to make me want to pick up a copy of this book and do some stitching. I like this one. I think I would like this one better if it was a different color palette, and I am not skilled enough to know how to change that. I just wanted a little more muted. So that is Designer Cross Stitch Projects, 100 Colorful and Contemporary Projects. I don't know how they came up with 100. I'm not sure if we're counting those Scrabble tiles individually, or maybe I should go through here and count myself and there's more in here than I think there is. I got this one from the library. I'm kind of tempted to pick up a copy for myself based on the projects in it I want to make. I will put affiliate links down in the description below. I guess Ichabod has gotten used to my talking and isn't needing to share his opinions anymore. Thank you so much for watching. I am Michelle with Michelle's Romantic Tangle. I have got a whole stack of books from my sewing room shelf that I'm excited to share from you. And I'll get to those when I can as I have time. I also try to space them out so I'm not dumping a whole bunch of book videos on one day. They are all in a playlist, which I will link to for you. And I will be back soon with another floss tube video. And I'm going to do some thrifting and got tutorials on the way. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing you again soon.